These are the 20 most disrespectful moments in football history. And at number 20, we gotta talk about the time Pepe committed a crime so heinous that the entire stadium came calling for his head. It was the 68th minute of the Copa del Rey quarterfinal first leg between Madrid and Barcelona. Messi was on the ground after being fouled by Jose Callejon. And just then, the unthinkable happened.
Who else? Right here. Oh!
Mean. Dude literally stepped on Messi's hand. And the worst part is that he got away with it. Now, that's just nasty. But we really can't say the same about number 19. Cause Joey Barton, I bet he should pick up a movie role as a gangster. See, Manchester City was up against QPR, and they sure were giving those guys a run for their money. But one man had made up his mind to win the game by hook or crook. Cause at the 54th minute, he carefully executed the plot.
So what has Andy Garrett seen here?
Well, tension was brewing, and all hell was let loose after he was given a red card and sent off the game. I mean, you could tell that the dude was pissed and wasn't gonna leave the pitch without making a lasting impression. Too bad that the man who stood next to him was Aguero, and he just had to take the hit.
Once of this parish, now punished, and he's kicked.
Barton got what he deserved because he was charged with 2 counts of violent conduct by the Football Association. Now, for number 17, we gotta talk about Ronaldo. Cause in 2022, United lost a game to Everton at Goodison Park. And as he made his way back to the locker room, he lost it. The police actually confirmed to be investigating the incident after he disrespected a fan. Man, it's so embarrassing. But that's nothing compared to 16. See, the man Eric Cantona was football's golden boy and was a catalyst for the most successful period in United's history. In fact, he scored 82 goals for Manchester United and won 4 league titles and 2 doubles. But none of that stopped him from being a hooligan and unleashing his kung fu kicks at fans whenever he got pissed. What the heck is football turning into? I bet Steven Berghuis has an answer to that. Because after Ajax missed out on Champions League qualification following their 3-1 defeat to FC Twente, Berghuis got angered by a fan in the crowd, and he lost it. But according to reports, the fan was calling his teammate Brian Brobby some very insulting names. The fan never pressed charges, while Berghuis publicly apologized. Which is something Paulo Di Canio never did after disrespecting a referee. It was a game between Sheffield Wednesday and Arsenal, and Di Canio couldn't keep his temper in check, which saw him throwing referee Paul Alcock to the ground. This move outraged football authorities, and it became so infamous that it dominated headlines in many newspapers. But when the Italian entered the dressing room, he asked his teammates, "Do you think I'll be banned?" Andy Hinchcliffe recalls telling him, "Paulo, nobody's ever done this in the history of the English game." But hey, what the heck is football turning into? Referees are now being booked for foul play? Oh, okay. That's just embarrassing. And so is number 12. Because there's no way you're gonna see this without hitting the subscribe button. But for number 11, we gotta talk about the time Shaqiri embarrassed an MLS goalkeeper. See, Xherdan Shaqiri's Chicago Fire was trailing Minnesota United with a goal behind. The former Liverpool midfielder was out to level the score from the penalty spot when Dane St. Clair resorted to mind games to try and put the 31-year-old off. He could be seen mouthing the message, "You have no balls." But the Swiss international had just one chance to prove he actually had 2 of them, and that was exactly what he did.
Draws the PK and
Mean. I ain't seen anything like that. And I ain't seen anything like this either. But for number 9, Robert Lewandowski and David Abraham have never been on good terms. These guys are always looking for the slightest opportunity to go at it with each other, and it couldn't have taken too long before the right time came. Now, for our 8th most disrespectful moment, we've got something special. The scoreline in the game between Germany and Algeria was tied at 0-0, and in the 88th minute, Germany was awarded a free kick. Just then, smart guy Muller attempted a fake kick, but... Come on, man, it's life. Shit happens. But number 7 is outright disrespectful. Mean. This guy's a menace. And so is Ronaldo. See, Sevilla's Vitolo scuffed the penalty spot, and CR7 was so pissed that he threw the ball at him. Vitolo wasn't gonna let it slide, so he charged at Ronaldo, causing mayhem.
He throws the ball at him.
But sometimes, Ronaldo just lets his foot do the
He
talking.
finds the back of the net.
And with that, we head into the top 5. So it's time to take disrespect to a whole new level. And for number 5, I bet there's nothing worse than losing 17 million because of someone's disrespect. See, it all started when Ronaldo returned to Old Trafford and began working with Erik ten Hag. It seemed like a match made in heaven, until it turned out to be the worst season of Ronaldo's career. Because after CR7 penned down his signature, it was one ridiculous rule after another. When Ronaldo started pulling up to the training ground in Lambos, Rollies, and other supercars, thousands of fans swarmed the training ground to catch a glimpse of him, which really annoyed the Dutch coach. So Ten Hag immediately banned all supercars from the club and forced Ronaldo to pull up in a company car, drawing less attention to himself. But the Dutch coach didn't stop there. He also placed a ban on personal chefs, something Ronaldo had for over a decade. So Ronaldo already hated him. And things couldn't have been worse when he was benched for an important game against Man City. Ten Hag wanted to make it clear that he didn't care who Ronaldo was, so he gave him some minutes at the end of the game like he was some sort of rookie. Ronaldo was pissed and staged a walkout. But the team made it clear that they chose Ten Hag over him when they terminated his contract, which cost them over $17 million. But at least he never put his hands on someone like David Abraham. See, Freiburg was leading Eintracht Frankfurt 1-0 in stoppage time when the ball was cleared out of play, and Frankfurt's captain, David Abraham, gave chase. But instead of going around to retrieve the ball, he chose to take a shortcut. Justice was served because he was banned for 7 weeks and given a €25,000 fine for this tackle. That's plain disrespectful. But at least he didn't celebrate an own goal like Maguire. Trust me, Maguire has zero respect for his team. And for number 2, we got a player who did the ref really dirty. Dude has some fast hands.
Mano has to be off. They're trying to...
But what if I told you our number 1 spot isn't just one disrespectful moment, but a player who will be remembered for an entire career of disrespect? Luis Suarez has proven to be one of the best strikers in history and being crazy at the same time. I mean, this guy literally looks forward to each match where he can comfortably sink his teeth into an opponent like he's a zombie or something.
Jongens kunnen het even zien. Kijk, hier gebeurt het.
And yet, after all those things, Suarez still enjoys the support of millions of football fans around the world. But that doesn't mean he hasn't had his lucky moments on the pitch. In fact, players have been scoring goals without even touching the ball. Sounds crazy, right? Well, I know you want to find out how. So, click this video to find out.